Hello guys, this is Ronen Itzkovich from skillsofthetrade.com. I'm here with the weekly market analysis of the US market as well as some stock picks for this week that I've chosen. So taking a look at the SPX, the S&P 500 chart, we see on the weekly chart that, as I've said before, we're still in the bull market. We're still in an uptrend. For the last about 8 months from January, we're heading up, and as you can see from the resistance line that we have broken through this past week, here is a major resistance line we have broken through upwards, and we are still in an uptrend or a bull market on the weekly chart. Now if we take a look at the daily chart, we were in a trading range for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and as I've said a couple of weeks ago, is that if anything can happen, we can either break upwards of this trading range or downwards. We have bounced several times on the 200 moving average line, and last week the price has broken through nicely with a gap up over the trading range and closed above it. That's a good sign for perhaps continued upward movement. What I'd like to see this week is that the price of the S&P 500 goes slightly slowly down and does a recheck or a test of support of our support and resistance line, and then from there most likely it will continue to go up. So that's my analysis for this week. And if we are going to see the price coming down and checking down for support, we can continue to enter long trades. So let's take a look at some of the trading ideas that I have for you for this week. The first one is Snap, SNAP. Now, if we take a look at the weekly chart, we're on a nice uptrend for many months. Going down to the daily chart, we can see that we have a nice healthy trend where support and resistance is being respected. Now if you do a Fibonacci retracement, we can start the Fibonacci retracement from here all the way to the top, and we can see that we've hit down at exactly 38.2% Fibonacci. So we came down, we hit a low, and then we did another low with a reversal candlestick right here, and now we're coming down. We're doing perhaps what looks like a false break on this resistance line, coupled with the 38.2% Fibonacci and the MACD rising. That's a good sign for an upward momentum. Just on Friday last week, we broke up as expected. We broke up through this downward trend line. And so what I'd like to see before entering, I did not enter on Friday. I'd like to be a little bit more careful now. One thing is, if before I enter, I would like to see perhaps on Monday that we have a gap up, and that's a sign of continued upward movement, and then that will be a good sign to enter. Otherwise, even better is for us to see a slow several candles or a few candles going down, touching for support again at this level, which is 1550, and perhaps seeing a nice reversal candlestick on this critical level. And if we see that, we can place our buy order above that candle, and of course our stop loss below the latest low. And this trade has the potential to reach $19. So let's see how Monday comes up with that. The next stock idea I have for you this week is NGD. Now on the daily chart of NGD, we have a nice upward rally followed by a nice correction coming down to 50% Fibonacci, and it's right on the 200 moving average line, which is a good sign. We have a one touchdown, a second touchdown, a third touchdown, and we have the MACD rising up as the price is touching down. What I would like to see here before entering would be nice to see the price coming down and creating a false break on the 50% Fibonacci, which is about $1.10, and creating a false break with a reversal candlestick on this critical level, and then we could enter above that and place our stop loss below that candle. If we don't see that, I'd like to see a gap up before entering. If the price comes down again for the fourth time, I'd like to see a gap up before entering. And if we see a gap up, then it would be a good idea to enter. And our first take profit will be, let's see, this is 87 cents from bottom to top, so we take about half of that from the low, which is about 40 cents. And 40 cents will be around $1.50. So $1.50 would be our first take profit. For that, if you want to continue and hold on for a second round, you can go for 87 cents from here. Which would be 87 cents from the low. Let's say about 80 cents, $1.90. If you wanna wait. Now the last stock pick I have for you for this week is EMB. EMB on the daily chart, we can see that we are on an uptrend, and we have some resistance in the last several weeks, and we broke through this resistance last week, and now I want to see a nice coming down on the hourly chart of the price on this critical level that we have, our resistance. I want to see it coming down slowly and checking for support on the other side before entering. So this is coming down once. I want to see it coming down and clearly touching our support line and seeing a nice reversal candlestick on the support line before entering. I would like to see ideally that the price comes down slowly, not fast, and then a nice reversal candlestick, or maybe even coming down for a third touchdown before seeing a reversal candlestick, and then we can enter above that and place our stop loss below. This might take several days before we see this week, because I don't expect it to go down to touch support quickly. If it does, that's not a good sign. So it might take several days before we see it coming down, because this is on the hourly chart, and hopefully we can see it this week. So that's it for you guys. I hope you gained some value from my analysis and my stock picks. If you would like more information on how I am able to read charts and understand my trading strategy, I have written a book called Stock Trading 101, a practical Beginner's Guide to Stock Trading and Technical Chart Analysis. In this book, which is available on Amazon, I go over many of the ideas that I've taught here, as well as for the beginner trader. I go about technical analysis, risk management, trader psychology, and much more. Check it out on Amazon. The link is available in the description. I hope you have a good week and happy trading.